Go.
Okay, welcome to grade 5 dash. This is week 1, activity 1, the dressing activity for Topsfield and Boxford. This is week 2, activity 1 for the Middleton schools. So this is the dressing activity, and the materials required for the dressing activity include a button-down shirt, pants with both a button and a zipper. We have adaptive equipment, 2 tools. One looks like a hook and the other is a pole. And then we have puffy winter mittens, not gloves, mittens, and latex gloves as well. So what we're going to do to prepare for this activity is set up 5 chairs. Just for the purposes of this training, we have 1 chair, and we're just going to demonstrate 1 child, obviously, but there are going to be 5 chairs set up, and each chair will have a button-down shirt on the back of it with the buttons facing out, and then 1 pair of pants and 1 pair of mittens on the chair. So for the first 5 minutes, each child will put on a pair of latex gloves and then a pair of mittens. This is just to keep the mittens cleaner. And we're going to have the students dress themselves in the items of clothing with the puffy mittens on. So as they're getting dressed, as the parent volunteer, we're going to encourage them to hurry up. We're really trying to simulate a real morning getting ready for school. So acting like you're the parent, saying, hurry up, the bus is going to be here, we have to go, a usual morning of a child trying to get dressed. Oh, I think we
probably should have been first.
That's okay. Yeah, the pants, this is actually good to have in the training. The pants should be unbuttoned and unzippered when they're laid on the chair. So we're not putting the shirts on. The children are not going to put the shirts on. They are going to put on the pants, and before we do that, actually, we try to button them with the gloves without the adaptive tools.
To have them use the tools with the gloves to be familiar.
They try to button the pants without the tools to see how hard it is.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yep. So we're going to encourage the children to try to get their pants buttoned and zipped with the puffy mittens without the tools. We haven't introduced the tools to them yet as a way to get dressed. And some of them will get it, but most of them will not be able to get it because this is very challenging. And they can try for a couple minutes. Encourage them after they've tried for a little bit to maybe move on to the shirt, because a lot of them won't be able to do it. So we're not putting the shirts on. We're going to be trying to button the shirt on the back of the chair with the gloves on, while still encouraging the kids to hurry up. The bus is coming. It's almost impossible. So we let them try for a little bit, but it's so challenging that...
I got one.
You got one. Oh, good job. Okay.
Next.
So once the children have had a chance to try both the pants and the shirt, we introduce the 2 adaptive tools. One being the hook. So this, I might want to show, this is for the zipper. So that is going to go into the hole in the zipper for the pants. Yep. All right. And then the other tool is going to slide through the hole in the pants over the button, and then you loop it through, which hopefully all the kids will be able to do. All right, and then they're going to use that same tool to loop the buttons through the shirt. So it goes through the hole first, over the button. And it's still going to be tricky for the students because they do still have on puffy gloves. So the idea here is to, you know, have them experience something that's almost impossible and then experience something that makes it a lot easier, not as easy as if you didn't have the gloves on, but they should now be able to button the shirt. And then once they've done that, you can, if you have time, you can let them do as many buttons as you have time for. But it is good to save some time, about 2 or 3 minutes at the end of the activity, to go through some of the discussion questions. So once the kids have had a chance to do their pants and the shirts with the adaptive equipment, you do want to go through a few questions with them, some discussion questions if you have time. The one thing I forgot to say is if kids have on sneakers or big shoes that maybe the pants won't fit over, they can take them off. Some kids will just be wearing sandals and then it's fine if they leave them on, but if the children need to take their shoes off to put the pants on, they can. So we want to discuss with the children, was it difficult getting dressed without the use of your fingers? And why was it difficult? What was the most difficult part of this activity for you? Some of them might talk about trying to button their pants or the shirt with the mittens. Some may say it was challenging for them to use the adaptive tools. Whatever they say is not wrong. How much easier was it to dress when you had the adaptive equipment? And what other things can you think of to make dressing easier? Things like sweatpants, Velcro closures, pull-on shirts, slip-on shoes. This is all in your curriculum on page 11. And that concludes activity 1.